Good afternoon, all. This is a Patreon-only video for Patreon supporters who said they were interested in how I edit my videos. So I'm going to go through the whole process. The whole thing is just going to be screen captures. I'm not going to appear in this video at all. So what I got here are two windows. This one is my Nexus 4 internal storage DSIM, and I use the app Open Camera, which I use because it does 1080p, 30 frames per second. So I want all these videos. Now there are 33 items here, so let's select all of those. And rather than drag, I do a cut, and then I go to, these are my folders on my server, which is a RAID server, so it's got 2 disks, so there's some sort of protection there. I'll create a new folder for this video. This is PB92 because it's post bag number 92. That should now open if I double click that. Right, okay, so now I can paste all the camera shots in there, and then that will do a move. So that's moving all the camera shots from the Nexus 4. Now, of course, it's quite slow because the Nexus 4 is connected with a USB cable, and I don't think it's particularly fast USB. It says 17 minutes to transfer that. It probably won't take that long, but I'll come back when that's fully transferred. Right, that's all the files transferred. I think that only took about 5 minutes actually. So there are 33 items there, and I'm going to keep an eye on that because I don't want to go over 50, because if you upload more than 50 videos to YouTube in any one go, it shuts you out, locks you out, and won't let you upload anymore. What I need now is captures here. And in there, I've got the capture documents. Now you can see the last one there. Actually, I saw that increment in terms of size. So I think that's the one that's being captured right now. Yes, it is. So I don't want that. I don't want the one before because that's one from this video. I want this lot from Postbag 92. So let's select those, cut those, cut, and then also paste them into this PB92 folder. Now my computer's running a bit slow because it's running OBS, which is the video capture software, so things are happening a bit slower than they normally would. So I'll paste those in. So that's transferred everything but these two, but these of course are for the next video, which is this video that you're watching. So those are all in there. Now I need to upload them to YouTube. Now you've got to be slightly careful here. I'll click upload. This window will appear, which lets me select them. Of course, it's set to the previous video that I uploaded, which was my 6116 RAM. So let's go up, go into PB92, Postbag 92. Now, very important this, you've got to set date modified to sequential time and date. And that means that all the videos from the Nexus 4 and all the screen captures are in sequence. If you don't put them in sequence, it's a nightmare to edit them. So now they're in sequence. I need to select them all. How many will there be? It doesn't actually tell me how many I've selected, does it? So I'm just going to have to hope. Okay, let's open, which means upload. So now YouTube's uploader will appear and tell me how many videos it's uploading. Like I say, this is much slower than it normally would be because my PC is struggling with doing the screen capture as well as running all the stuff in the browser window. Yeah, it doesn't normally take anything like this long. Perhaps I'll come back when it actually starts. Right, that has now started uploading. So it's saying uploaded 0 of 42 videos. So we're okay, we're within the 50 video limit. I'm tending to do shorter postbags now because of this 50 video limit. I have gone over it in the past and it really is a pain because it'll then only let me upload 2 videos per hour or something. And so the process I use is I upload all the individual shots that I took on my Nexus 4 camera. And if you watch the previous video about making a video, you'll see how I just start and stop the camera as and when I think of things to say. So that first video has gone up. That's the one where I opened the first envelope. It's uploaded and it's processed. but there are 42 of these. Now that could take half an hour or so to upload all of those. So the second one is uploading, and then following uploading it will do processing, and I've got to wait until this whole lot are all uploaded and processed before I can actually start editing. So that's the process so far. Right, how are we doing? 12 of 42 videos have gone up so far. It says it's 35% through the upload process, so all these shots have gone up. This is mostly about single core wire. In fact, the whole Postbag 92 is about single core wire and breadboards. These are 95%. Processing done, processing done. The thumbnails should appear very shortly. My PC is definitely struggling because it doesn't normally take this long for things to appear. I think the uploading is running at normal speed. Maybe it's not starting very promptly. But my fiber broadband is, as fast as it will normally be, so there shouldn't be any limitations on uploading. Processing, of course, is done server side up at on Google's servers, so that's not going to be held up by my PC. So yeah, these are the screen captures. These are the actual shots. These are the screen captures. So they're going all up. So yeah, just got to wait for all of that to be done. Right, upload complete. 42 of 42 videos uploaded. However, I've just shot another shot because I've just found something which I couldn't find in the original video. So let's bring in these windows. That's the shot that I've just done. So let's cut that. And this is PB92. I'll need to paste it in there. So that should go onto the end. And then when that's copied across, which it now is, okay, it's 14:09:45. So that's actually the time. It's 9 minutes past 2. 14:09:45. So what I want to do is come down to the bottom of here, add more videos, find the 14:09 one, which is that bottom one, and upload that as well. Now that one will be out of sequence, but I can remember that and then drag that into the position that it needs to be in the middle of the video somewhere. So let's just wait for that one to upload. And there's the last shot there down at the bottom, which is me looking at my notebook where I'd written some names down of people who'd made sensible suggestions. I found it in the notebook. I found the guy I was looking for. And so I've added that shot in. So we'll do that in the editing. Right, time to go to my video manager and start editing. Right, this is actually the upload window where it uploaded all the videos, but they're done now, so I can close this window. So what I'll do is I'll come up to my picture here. I want to go to Creator Studio for Julian Eilert, not my other channels. So let's do that. That's taking longer than normal because of the video capture. That doesn't normally take any time at all. Yes, it really does make a difference having the video capture running. Right, okay, so what I want to do is go to Create when this page finally loads. I'll click Create now. Might have to chop some bits out of this because this is just slower than it normally is. Right, the first thing that comes up is the audio library, which I don't want, so I'll go to the video editor. So yeah, really this is the big thing about the way I work. I don't use editing software on my PC. I use YouTube's video editor because it's free and it's simple and it's good enough, quite honestly. So I'm just waiting for the video editor to appear. There it is. So it just has to load Flash Tools or something like that. And then here I'll get a list of all the videos that I've recently uploaded. And they've all just got these time-stamped names. That's the last one there. So they're in reverse order. So I need to come down to where I've actually got my previous video, which is Chip on Breadboard, that one there. So I now know that this one is the first video. So I'll add that in. and that will start to play.
Good morning all, it's Postbag, and let's start with this one, which is from a UK seller. I'm going to cut carefully there because it's wires.
And it's all rather choppy because, as I say, I'm running the OBS screen capture as well. Right, so I'm going to name this PB92-1. So this is the first part. Postbags I tend to make in multiple parts and then stitch those multiple parts together. So let's add in all the shots related to that first section, which is the wire.
Good morning all, it's...
And that one.
Good morning all, it's Postbag.
And this choppy sound is not what
Good morning all, it's Postbag.
18.
Good morning all.
23.
Good morning all.
35. These are
Good morning all, it's Postbag, and let's start with this one.
30.
Good morning all, it's
20. I know where I am.
Good morning all,
Another 20.
Good morning all, it's Postbag.
16.
Good morning all, it's Postbag, and let's start with this one,
right,
which is
32.
Good morning all, it's Postbag.
And 27.
Good morning all, it's Postbag, and let's start with...
Right, let's just stop that a minute. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to get double sound coming through because I've got a feeling in my screen capture software I've got audio capture from the microphone, but I've also got desktop audio capture, so it's probably going to get a double audio going through there. One speakers to microphone and the other one actually coming through the sound system in the PC. So let's go back to the editor. Now I might, now what I normally do, well, I'll sit and play this through and watch it to make sure it's all coherent and it's all in the right sequence. You're not going to want to sit through all of that. It may not play through very smoothly anyway because of the capture software, so I may stop that and then restart it. I ought to check which scene I'm in. I'm using the one I've called Easy EDA actually, but it's just a full monitor capture with audio, so I'm using that one. So I'll play that through, make sure it's coherent, and then I might save that as PB92-1. Right, I've watched that through and it's all fine, so I'm going to commit that to PB92-1. The only thing I need to do is I need to know how it ends. It ends on a 27-second shot, and the last few words are...
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. And I just need to keep that in my mind because when I come to make PB92-2, the second part, I'm going to start with this 47-second shot, which is a screen capture. And they're easier to work on when they're at the beginning of this timeline because you're topping and tailing them very much like these magnifying glass shots. And it's much more difficult when they're off the end of the scale because this editor has the annoying habit of always jumping back to the beginning of the video. So, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to create that as a video. Another video. Now, of course, that means I've uploaded another video. So my 42 videos is up to 43 videos now. But I don't think YouTube's going to have a problem. There are probably only going to be 5 or 6 parts to this. And that's now saying we're processing blah, blah, blah. So I need to now go back to the video manager. But my PC is all stuck again. Right, so I'm in the video manager. These are all the individual parts of the videos. I've now got PB92-1, which is a 5-minute section, the first section of Postbag 92. So I now need to go into Create and the video editor again. And there's the video editor. And start working on the second part, the first shot of which is one of those screen captures. So I'll have to top and tail that with these scissors. So let's wait until that comes up. Find that 47-second shot, which is the screen capture of the solid core wire. So I've got to find that. It's going to be down here a little way. Right, so it's this one, 47 seconds. Let's add that in. Now when that plays, There's no sound at the beginning because I'm just preparing the screen capture. And then, so you can get, and then there's a little click. So let's just move that back. Now let's play. So you can get, now that little click is actually me going like a sound. And I do it so that I can find the cutting point. So if I take this back to the beginning, oops, I can listen for that click, hover over the scissors, and when I hear the click, I hit the scissors, and now I can cut out this 6 seconds of shot. So you can get, and that starts immediately. Ah, that's interesting. There's a box of 30 meters of 22 AWG silicon wire. Now I'm going to have to chop the end as well. Solid core. 5-color mix box from Hong Kong. I didn't see that one. There are plenty of similar sort of things from the United States, but of course, if you buy from the USA to the UK, the postage costs are enormous. So I'm hovering over. From Hong Kong, you can get this scissors again. Wire wrapping wire, 30 AWG though, which is very, very thin. Right, so it stops at very thin. So I cut it there. So you can get, and delete that 3-second shot. So you can get, and now that very, very thin will end nice and tightly on very, very thin, and that one's done. And now I can add in the next screen capture. So you can get, and I need to wait for the click, which is there. So you can cut out that 4 seconds of unwanted shot. So you can get, fix the end of this, 0.8 mil and 0.9 mil. It's getting a bit thick, to be honest. So that ends there. So you can cut that 1 second out. So you can get, and now this should all be nice and tight. That's interesting. Let's look at the AWG though, which is very, very thin. Yes, 30 AWG is it's a nice good join. 0.25 millimeter. So I'm happy with that join. Those are the first 2 screen captures. Now there are 2 more here. So I did 4 screen captures in a row. So part 2 might as well be just these 4 screen captures. So you can get. So let's do this one. It's getting a bit thick, to be honest. Just about hanging together. Wait for the click. I hope that was right. My PC stuttered a bit there. So you can get, let's take that 5 seconds out. So you can, it's getting a bit thick, to be honest. Okay, this one from Hong Kong is not what I thought it was. This is, it's quite expensive actually. The end of this one. Actually want. So it's not the solid single core that you actually want. Cut that. So you can get, take that one out. So you actually want, and then I've got to chop the beginning off this one. There's my click. So you can get, take that one out. So you can, and then just chop the end. And this was from Mechatronics Online. There's not much to cut off. So you can. And that should be the whole thing. So you can get, let's just very, very thin. Yes, 30 AWG is, it's getting a bit thick, to be honest. Okay, this one from Hong Kong is you want. So this is the one I bought. It's 33 meters, so that's, yep, I'm happy with all of that. And because the next shot is a camera shot, I think I'll put that in the next video. How many are there actually? Yeah, it's probably, yeah, I'm just going to make this PB92-2, PB92-2, and create video. And that'll do for the second part. On to the third. Right, so I now have 2 parts to this video, PB92-1, which hasn't yet gone HD, so that's still processing the higher definition versions of it. There's probably a low definition version of it. And I've got PB92-2. Now that's shorter, that's only 2 minutes 25 seconds. That's already gone HD. So now I need to start working on PB92-3. So this had 4 screen captures, so I'm looking for those 4 screen captures in sequence, and then it's the shot after that that goes in next. Simple as that. So let's go to the video editor. Right, I've just watched back that PB92-2 video, which was these 4 screen captures, and it's all very well, the screen capture just isn't keeping up with my mouse movements. So I don't know whether this particular browser window has a lot of processing going on and the OBS capture thing just can't keep up. I don't know. So I'm not entirely sure whether this video, this behind the scenes video, is actually going to be any good. But let's start adding in the part 3 elements, which is that 15 seconds.
Right, this
one 49 seconds.
Right, this one
16 seconds.
Right, this one
23.
Right, this one
115.
Right, this one
13 seconds.
Right, this,
and I'll put in that 41 second screen
right, this
capture.
one related.
Let's just stop that a minute because I've realised that you can't hear me talking over the sound of this, so I now know that. So probably the only thing I have to do in this section is top and tail the screen capture at the end. So I'm just going to play that part.
So pliers.
So I'll wait for the click here. There it is.
Right, this one related.
So cut out that 11 seconds.
Right, this one
and just check the end of this. Doesn't plaster your postcode all over the page. All over the page. Look, on eBay.com, when you buy stuff from China, doesn't plaster your postcode all over the page. Cut that there.
Right, this one
chop off the 2 seconds of unwanted.
Right, this one related, I think.
And now I'm going to sit and watch all of this, which is 3 minutes 42. You don't want to watch all that. Right, on to part 4. So let's pre-prepare that by typing in PB92-4. And I've just done that box of jumper wires. So I'm now moving on to the round hold breadboard. So we need to add these in. 36.
Right, here's another one.
45.
Right, here's another.
31.
Right, here's
36.
Right, here's another.
55, and that's a magnifying glass shot.
Right, here's another one. I thought I'd show the front of this because it's got some nice.
13.
Right, here's another one. I thought I'd show the.
25.
Right, here's another one. I thought I'd show the front.
And 34.
Right, here's another one. I thought I'd show the front of this because it's got some nice Hong Kong stamp.
Now I might leave out these screen captures because there's lots of complicated top and tailing to be done here, where you cut off the beginning of the shot, you cut off the end of the shot, and they're going to be off the end of my timeline here, which just makes it much more difficult to do. So I think I'll do those as a -5 video. So this probably won't need any editing. Oh, just that magnifying glass shot. So I'll watch this through, trim the magnifying glass shot, and create this video as 92-4, and then come back to make part 5, which will have all these screen captures in it. Right, on to part PB92-5. Sometimes I forget which version I did last, and I have to go back to the video manager to check which the last one was, but this is part 5. I think it's just going to consist of these 3 screen captures, so let's dump them in. 112, which is that one. 28, of course they're all silent at the beginning because I'm setting it up and waiting for my little click noise. And 27, So they're in. Let's top and tail these. Hover above the scissors. Wait for the tick. There it is. So let's cut that 6 seconds out. So yeah, I'm going through these comments on my fake solderless breadboards video. Now check the end. I just can't find the original comment. I'll keep looking. That's obviously there. So yeah, I'm going through the... Take that one out. So yeah, and I'll keep looking. Cut this one. Which is there. So yeah, I'm going through these take that 7 seconds out. So yeah, I'm going and check the join. Just can't find the original comment. I'll keep looking. Well, no, I can't find it. I've just scrolled all the way to the bottom and it doesn't have a load more button, so that appears to be it. And I simply can't find the name of the guy who suggested I get this breadboard. So sorry, I can't mention you, but thanks anyway for the excellent idea. It does look like a very nice breadboard. Right, trim that. So yeah, I'm going through... Now, of course, I did find him. So yeah, I'm going through these comments. I did find him in my notebook, so I need to add that shot in between these two. So let's put that in.
Ah, here it is. Look, my
and there it is. So yeah, I'm going. Yeah, it does look like a very nice breadboard.
Ah, here it is. Look, my notepad where I wrote down the names of people who make useful suggestions. It was Anjay V. So thanks very much, Anjay.
And now into the eBay listing. There's the tick. So yeah, cut out that 4 seconds. So yeah, I'm going to and chop the end off. IO, which is there. So yeah, so that should be it. So yeah, I'm going through these comments on my fake solderless bread. Very sensible join suggestions because I just can't find the original comment. I'll keep looking. Well, no, I can't find it. I've just breadboard.
Ah, here it is. Look, my notepad. Very much, Anjay.
Anyhow, this is the item. It's a solderless breadboard. Yep, I think that all looks good. I will create that as PB92-5. Now, that ends at the screen capture of the round hole breadboard, and the shot after that is 22 seconds. So create that and come back for part 6. Yeah, so the post-back videos are probably the most difficult to edit. They are the longest ones, but I think we're getting towards the end now because I can see parts 1, 2 and 3 appearing here. Parts 4 and 5 aren't shown here because they're not fully processed yet. They haven't got a high def version yet. So I need to add from here, I suppose I'll see how long these are. So that's 22. Let's add that one in.
And I still don't.
13.
And I still don't know what this.
26.
And I still don't.
10.
And I still don't know.
38.
And I still don't know what this.
Now I have to chop this one up. 50 seconds.
And I still don't know what this.
But it's probably.
And I still don't know what this strip of metal is for. It seems.
And I think that's it, because that's the last shot, I believe. That's the one where I sum up. In fact, I can play that by clicking that.
And so these are today's post-bag items. Now, a couple more videos up.
So that's actually the last shot. So this capture, which is probably the only thing I'm going to have to top and tail, is sitting within the timeline. So in fact, I might as well top and tail that now. Let's do that.
And ammeter using JSTs for the power.
So wait for the tick. Chop that.
And I still don't know what.
Take out that 5 seconds.
And I still don't.
Unwanted shot. Free shipping, and these ones are from Crazy 2017. That's got to be the cut point.
And I still don't.
And that should be it.
And I still don't know what this strip of metal is for. It seems to be.
So I'm just going to watch that 3 minutes of video through, and then I'll be back. Right, so in my video manager, my Creator Studio, I've now got all 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hasn't finished processing yet, that's at 95%. 5 is processed and it's HD. Number 6 I've only just sent to process, so that's clicking through 27%, 28%. That's going to take a while. Now, I'll give this half an hour or so, and then when all these parts are fully processed and in HD, I'll simply go back to the video editor, which is here under Create. So let's click that. And that's the audio library. Click Video Editor. Wait for that to come up. Normally, as I say, it's quicker than this. But OBS, which is this thing over here, if that's on the screen, is... I don't think that is on the screen, actually. No, that's my Windows taskbar, which I actually have down the right-hand side of my screen. I don't like it down the bottom because screens aren't tall enough as they are, but they're plenty wide. So I put my taskbar on the right. I'm just rambling now while I wait for this thing to come up. And then this one will be actually fairly simple. It will just be add in parts 1 to 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4's not showing yet. There's 5, 6 isn't showing yet. I simply stitch all these 6 parts together, and that should be the completed postbag. So I'll come back when they're all ready to be stitched together. But to be honest, there isn't much to see beyond this point. But yeah, this is essentially how I do it. I use YouTube's own video editor. Right, I think all 6 parts of this video have processed. They're all appearing here now in my videos list in the editor. So I'll give this a slightly more recognizable name. I'll call it Postbag 92, which is the finished thing. And I'm simply just going to add all these 6 parts in. So part 1, 5 minutes 47.
Good morning all. It's
Part 2, 2:23.
Good morning all.
3:42.
Good morning all.
4 minutes 35.
Good morning all. It's
1:55.
Good morning all. It's
And the final part is 3 minutes.
Good morning all. It's postbag.
So it's quite a long one, 21 minutes 26, but certainly not the longest. I have gone up to 30 minutes. But I simply can't do that anymore because that just means that I go over my 50 videos limit. I sent originally 42. I then created 6 new ones, so that's 48, and I'm going to create one more now, so that's 49. So I'm within my 50 video upload limit. I shouldn't suffer any restrictions today, but I won't be able to edit any more videos today, just this one. But I've done all my topping and tailing, so there's no real edits to be done on this. I probably won't play this all the way through, or maybe I will. It means I've got to sit through 20 minutes of postbag, and I've already sat through about an hour and a half of it while editing all the bits. But I suppose I should check that it's all good, or maybe I'll just say create video and then check the final finished thing when it finishes processing, and that could take half an hour, maybe even an hour. So I think that's what I'll do in this one. I'll just say create video now, and we'll go for a create right now. Right, so I now have all the original shots down here and 6 sections which are sort of shots combined and edited and stitched together, and the finished postbag 92, which is 39% processed. Now I have noticed, I've been watching back some of these screen captures, and they are very juddery and stuttery, and then a lot of it doesn't follow what I'm doing very well because my PC simply can't keep up. So whether this video is actually going to tell you anything, I'm not entirely sure until I've edited this video, which is going to be a similar process to editing postbag 92. I won't know really if it's really worked. I hope it's good enough to show you the process that I use for editing these videos. But I think I'll stop there, because once postbag 92 has processed, or maybe there is a bit more I could add to this, which is the adding on of things like the end cards. Yes, I might show that, so I might come back and do that before I finish this. Right, Postbag 92 is now processed, but it's not showing HD yet. So if I try and play that, now if you click the name, it goes into edit now. They've changed it. You have to click the picture. Let's try and play that. See what that does. I think it'll play. I played a bit already actually, so it's going to start part way in. Oh, a new BigClive.com video.
Good
Inside
morning.
an RGB lamp from Poland. Slow only because my PC is struggling with the video capture again. Right, yeah, that's pretty low resolution. That's not too brilliant.
Green, yellow.
I'll just pause that so that it doesn't swamp my voice. Right, if I look at the resolutions that are currently available, it's only got 360. Yeah, 360 is the only resolution that's currently done. So give that a little bit longer, and that will add all the other resolutions in, including the 1080. I never watch in 1080 because my PC can't do that. So I only ever watch in 720, but I think most people probably like to watch in 1080. So let's go back to the video manager. And I'm just going to have to wait a bit longer for that to go HD. But probably what I can do now is add in the end card. So let's see if I can do that. Wait for that video list to come up. Right, there it is. So if I click edit, we'll go into the edit the parameters of the video. The description always comes up as I created this video with the YouTube video editor. Right, thumbnail. I'll probably pick this one because it's got the most colors in it. Sometimes I will build a thumbnail separately. I'll take a photo with my camera and create a thumbnail if none of these are any good. But that one's got nice colors in it. So I think I'll go for that. Set as thumbnail. Monetization, I'll do the last thing I do. Right, let's put the name in. So it's Julian's Postbag. Colon, I think it is. #92 /space. And it'll be something along the lines of breadboards and wire, or even jumper wires maybe. Something like that. So I'll save that. I'm not going to go public yet. Right, let's do the end screens. Oh, it's thinking I haven't yet saved it. Oh yes, it says here your changes are being saved. It hasn't actually saved, so I'll stay there for the moment. Right, those have been saved, so let's go to end screens now. In your own time, computer. And then the quickest way of doing this, you can add all the elements in individually, but that does take a while, particularly the Patreon one, because you have to bring in a photograph, and I've made a photograph. But there is this thing, import from video. So what it'll do is it'll place you 25 seconds from the end of the video, which is there, which should be my shot where I say, and these are today's Postbag items. So I'm going to do an import from video. Basically the previous Postbags, that would be Postbag 91, import, and it'll pull in all those elements, and they are most recent upload, best for viewer, a subscribe button, and the link to Patreon, which, as I say, is the most difficult one. Let's preview that, see what that looks like.
Subscribe button down here if you want to subscribe to my channel, and this button.
Right, that was a bit late, so let's drag these back to the longest you can have, which is 25 seconds. You can't have any longer than that. So I've got a feeling on this one these things are going to come in just a fraction too late, but it's probably good enough. Right, let's preview that.
there if you like watching my videos. Subscribe button down here if you want to subscribe to my channel, and this button takes you through to Patreon. Thanks very much to people who donate on Patreon. It makes Postbag possible, and there are now some Patreon only videos that you can watch if you're a Patreon supporter. Cheerio.
Yes, well, there's going to be another Patreon only video when I finally made this video. Right, let's save that. All changes saved. So that should now add the end cards into the end of the video. Okay, let's go back. You can't have annotations and end screens now. In fact, annotations are being got rid of, I think, fairly soon. So let's go back. Where's it going back to? Is it the editing of the video? I think it probably is. Oh no, it's going back to Video Manager. Okay. Let's see if Postbag 92 has now gone HD. It may have done, it may not. All this stuff should be instant. It shouldn't take this long. I can hear the fan on my PC is whirring at a higher pitch than it normally does because the CPU is doing so much work doing video capture and all these browser elements that the CPU is actually getting hot. Right, so the name is there, the end cards are in. It hasn't gone HD yet, so it's still not ready to publish it. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. Quite like to publish these around 5 PM when people are starting to come home from work. But yeah, 3 views, that's me viewing it. Nearly ready, just needs to wait for it to go HD. And of course, the next thing I need to do is do the description and start adding in all the eBay links to the various eBay items. I also want to put a link in to, was there a link to something else? No, I don't think there was in this video, just the eBay items, I think. But anyway, I think that's probably wraps it up for this video. This is almost completely done, just the description to edit. So I hope you found that interesting, the way I actually put together a Postbag video. They are the most complex videos I make because you've got all those screen captures and they need to be edited top and tailed, I call it, where the front of the video clip and the end are chopped off. Actually, most videos are easier to edit than these Postbag ones, so you've seen the editing at its most difficult. So I hope that was interesting. Cheerio.